Attention to all UK travelers. Do you have a UK passport known as the British passport? And if you do, if you are planning a trip to go to Europe very soon, I'm just here to break the news to you that things are about to change and very, very soon. What I want you to know is now you need to forget about the passport stamping. You know, like when you're in the borders of every Europe countries, they normally stamp your passport. That is your British passport. But now, this is about to change. A brand new digital system is now coming. That means they now have to scan your face and as well as take your fingerprint at the border. So what does this mean as UK citizen? Let's break it down. Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Maria here. If you love staying up to date with travels updates and as well as visa changes and everything you need to know about life in abroad, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn the notification button on so you don't miss my next upload. So let's dive into this topic. You know, since Brexit, the UK passport holders are no longer EU citizens, which means new travel rules are now rolling for all UK passport holders. So what am I saying here? Starting very soon. When I say very, very soon, it could be this month, it could be this week. The European entry and exit system, which is known as EES, will completely replace the manual passport stamping process. So now let's look at what is really changing. So the first thing is, every time you travel to a Schengen Area, countries like France, Spain, Italy, or Germany, your entry and exit will be recorded digitally. Secondly, on your first trip, you will need to give your biometric data. That means your fingerprint and your facial image will be scanned and stored in the system. And thirdly, this data will then be used to monitor how long you stay within the 90-day limit for short visits. So now you might be wondering, why is the EU doing this? So let me just tell you why they are doing this. Because their main goal is to ensure that their borders, they are in control more faster and also secure system, as well as less dependent on passport stamping system. So that means now the EES will automatically track all entries and exits of all third countries' national. Yes, you hear me right. That includes UK citizens. Since we are no longer under the EU, now UK is classified as a third country national. So they have to go the same process as every other third countries do. So the reason why they are bringing this digital system for UK passport holders is to prevent overstays and to ensure that all travelers follow the visa-free travel limits. So now, imagine that you arrive at a border like an EU border and you were expecting to be stamped like the whole ways before. But instead of the officer stamping your passport, they will now ask you to go do the digital one, that is scanning your face and as well as making fingerprints through a self-service scanner, where you will scan your passport, where you will take your fingerprint, and as well as they have to scan your face as well. Don't forget, they have to scan your face as well when you are at that scanner. But this system is only for first trip only. That is when you're entering first time in an Europe country, you have to go through this process only once. So you don't need to do that anymore because they've already kept your details in their system. It's already stored there. So you don't need to go through that scanning anymore once you've done it once. Like I said, this is done so that they can control all travelers, especially looking at overstays, because you know you have a 90 days limit when you enter an Europe country. You have up to 90 days you need to exit. So when you do your fingerprint and as well as you scan your passport, immediately the system will check. They will know if you overstay or if you left before that period. So be aware of that. You're allowed to stay only for 90 days. So don't exit your stay. So that is all you need to know about the EES, which is the entry-exit system for all UK passport holders planning to travel to the Europe countries. But that's not all. There is another major system changes coming very, very soon, which is known as the ETIAS. What does that mean? The ETIAS stands for the European Travel Information and Authorization System, and this is expected to launch in 2026. It's not officially on yet. It's soon to be launched in 2026. So let's break down what this ETIAS means. So when you think of the ETIAS, think of it as the US ESTA system. This means that in 2026, the UK travelers will need to apply online to enter the EU. It's not a visa, but it is a pre-travel screening that will cost a small amount of fee. That will be around €7. This €7 will be valid for up to all your trips and as well as up to 3 years. So let's look at what to prepare. Let's go through what to prepare in case you're planning to travel to that Europe country. So things that you need to prepare yourself. You need to check your passport expiring date. It must be valid for at least 3 months beyond your trip. And stay up to date on when the EES official launches, which is expected late in 2025. I will say either this month or this week. So be prepared. And thirdly, be ready to apply for the ETIAS in 2026 before traveling to Europe. And don't wait until when you get to the airport. You need to stay informed and plan ahead. So in conclusion, the EST will record your entry and exit automatically. No more manual passport stamps. You will need to give your biometrical data on your first trip. And soon after, the ETIAS, that is the authorization, will become another requirement before you travel. So traveling from the UK to Europe is still visa-free, but now it comes with a few extra digital steps. So it means that for now, traveling is free. Even if you're doing your digital data collections, which is scanning your face, scanning your passport, as well as taking your fingerprints, it's still free for you to travel. However, in 2026, you have to pay a fee of €7. And you have to apply first online before you make that travel, because you need to give you an authorization from the Europe country that you're traveling to before you can make that move to travel. So if you find this video very helpful, please don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and share it to someone who really needs to hear this message. I'll see you on the next video.